Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, April 21st. I just hopped out of the shower. Just going to let you know that you did some really great work yesterday. No red ink. You're killing it. Good. It's a review. Read works. Be careful with some of those multiple choice questions. Number the stars, the comprehension questions. You did a really good job. Some of the questions have two parts. Make sure you answer both parts. Sorry, allergies. They do not, your answers don't have to be in complete sentences. So don't worry about that. I'm going back and having to check each one of those because the Google Forms doesn't check like paragraphs and short sentences and stuff like that. Prepositions, same issue. If you capitalize it, if you put a comma, semicolon, two spaces, one space, smile, wink, something, it counts it wrong. So don't worry about getting bad grades on those things. I try to hide the grades from you so you couldn't see it until I go over it so it doesn't freak you out. Um, Khan Academy, it looks like you do have to maybe watch the videos. I'm not sure. I mean, what I see is 8 boxes, and they put little checks on it when you do it. And then the quizzes and stuff, you get 100, or whatever you score on it. Today you do have Moby Max. You're doing, you should be learning something new by now. I'm going to go check and see what grade level you're at. You probably remember a long time ago we checked. Some of you were like fourth. You remember fifth grade you're doing really well if you're doing the fifth grade math. Because if you miss something, it's going to, like if you just make a careless mistake and you wrote money down wrong, it's going to make you go all the way back like to first grade. So I want to go and look at that and see how you're doing. Today during Zoom, let's talk about Number the Stars. Make sure today you have to read chapters 2 and 3. Okay? But you can do that tomorrow too. Don't forget, tomorrow you have a day off, sort of. It's specials. Those questions this time, I did it for each chapter. Next time we have to combine chapters like that, I'll only make one set of questions. I was thinking about that this morning. And you have ReadWorks, and it's about Pearl Harbor, which is very sad. But the way it all went down is kind of interesting, okay? That was the most deadliest attack on American soil until 9/11, okay? I was thinking, is there anything else I need to tell you? No, I did give you a bonus on the fraction review today. I thought that looked kind of fun. So today, April 21st. Let's see. Jesus calling. Let me control your mind. The mind is the most restless, unruly part of mankind. Long after you have learned the discipline of holding your tongue, which that means thinking before you speak, which some of you do that very well. Others, like myself, we just think it and it just like shoots out of our mouth. Your thoughts defy your will and set themselves up against me. Man is the pinnacle of my creation, and the human mind is wondrously complex. I risked all by granting you freedom to think for yourself. This is godlike privilege for forever setting you apart from animals and robots. I made you in my image. Though my blood has fully redeemed you, your mind is the last bastion or last part of rebellion. Open yourself to my radiant presence. Letting my light permeate your thinking. When my spirit is controlling your mind, you are filled with life and peace. Romans 8:6 says, the mind of sinful man is death, but the mind controlled by the Spirit is life and peace. You know, God did make us in his image, but he did give us control of our own self, right? And our own thoughts and our mind. Hadn't thought about that before, but it's so true, because if I take my focus off of God, kind of like Peter when he was walking on the water, if I take my focus off of God and start looking at everything going on around me, I become anxious and maybe fearful, and maybe things that I'm thinking in my mind aren't true, right? So make sure to focus on him. Pray for each other. We still need to pray for Ava's sweet family. in that situation with her aunt, and rejoice in total healing. I know some of you had mentioned your grandparents. I think Kentley's Nana broke her foot, and so I want to pray for her. Want to pray for all the people that are working in like the hospital, fire departments, and things like that, where they take care of these patients that are sick. I also think we need to rejoice and praise God that it's not been as bad, hopefully, as what they were anticipating. And I still am praying that God show us his presence. I feel like God's preparing us for a miracle because we're just waiting on him and just waiting on people to get better. All right. Praying for you. I sure do miss you. I look forward to seeing you all during Zoom. Bye.